Hey guys, it's Friday afternoon. I'm in the tilt bed shop. You can see behind me, most everybody is already gone for today. The welders are shut down. They're going home to their families to have a good restful weekend to come back on Monday and hit it hard. What I'm doing today, I've got Polo Reyes, one of our lead QC managers here with me. And what we want to do with this video, we want to do two things. We want to walk through the tilt shop to kind of give you a viewpoint of fabrication on tilt beds, but also a request that we've had is on the QC side of things. You know, what are some of the QC checkpoints on a trailer before it makes it out of the weld shop to go get powder coated? And so, Polo, if you can tell us, like, in here, well, I know where we're at, but at the beginning, where are we at? Like, what happens in this area?
So right here, the area we are at, we're in tilt shop 1 and 2. Usually what we do here is we receive the material in from this bay door right in that corner. So every material before it comes in and it's processed, we usually inspect it to ensure that the material and the length of our beams are correct and have the proper specs before we start squaring and building frames. So right here you could see this is where they start assembling the hangers. It's critical here because this is where they identify the center of your suspension, and that controls the whole function of your trailer.
Cool. So again, this is just kind of the major framing area, like they're doing the outer frame of the tilt bed. And a lot of the fabrication for the tongue assemblies is done in the beginning to where it flows right down the line. Is that right?
Yes, correct.
Cool. So we're gonna walk a little further down to where we get to where, like, the main, where it actually starts looking like a trailer. So in this area, you know, if it's engineered beam, the beams have already been welded, and if it's standard beam, they've already been cut. The hangers have been welded in most cases, and so they're actually getting ready, making the tilt bed itself and the outer frame to where that they can be joined on the line a little further up. Polo, do you have any other comment, like, on QC through this area? What happens? Like, how do they make sure that that what they're doing in this area is correct?
So recently, we just switched into a new process. We had to document and create it due to all HDTs converting to torsion standard.
That's a big deal.
So what they did now is that we completely created a process where at each trailer, before installing the bed, they check the suspension, because now the suspension runs with the bed. I don't know if that makes sense, but they come together to function with the new bracket that we designed. So this area right here is one of our critical factors to ensure that it is right to where the specs are top notch.
Yeah. So when we made torsion standard a couple months ago, we put a lot of engineering fuel behind it in designing a bracket that would make it production easier on torsions, where that when they got out of here, the axles were bolted up. It's much easier to make sure that everything is square and sound. Your trailer's gonna pull straight down the road and just obviously have a much higher chance for success. So you can see right here, you've got a trailer that this is the outer frame. This one has the gooseneck option, and the bed is being fabbed right behind it. So it'll come and be put in further up the line. You can see now we've got a bumper pull up here that has a bed. Same thing's happening on the other side. So we've got two different lines. We've got a more of a standard high-speed line, and then we have a more higher option, kind of a lower speed line, where they're gonna get goosenecks put on them, and then maybe GVW upgrades because they have the engineered beam, that kind of stuff. So we're working our way down, and as you see, I mean, it's standard assembly line kind of process. The further you get down, the more complete the trailer is. This one still lacks having some stake pockets put on it and fender braces, that kind of stuff. But Polo, talk to us a little bit about, at the end of the line down here, what the check process is to make sure that when it leaves out the end of the door to go over to powder coat, you know, make sure that it's good to go.
So usually at the end of the station right here, there's a QC stall checkpoint here where there's a checklist where each QC is to sign off on any standard or special options. Then once that checklist is signed off, it'll go in the back of the work order. Then that trailer will be transported to powder coat for the paint area. But usually a QC stalls here, it double checks for any special options. They double check the measurement, the squaring of it, the frame, the suspension, any stress points, any pivot points that the trailer has. We mainly look into the functionality of the trailer. How does the bed tilt? how does the box lid open, you know, how does the coupler look. Once they check that out, they look into cosmetics. They look into porosity, the weld, the penetration, and then they look into the parts. Are the parts correct? Do they have the right bend degrees? Are the channels lined up correctly, you know, for the boarding? And then they look, once they knock that out, they look into the electrical, plumbing, the etc. If the lights will be able to run, you know, without any obstruction in the way, all that good stuff. That way the trailer does leave with extraordinary quality.
And I'm glad that we did this, because I thought I knew, honestly, I thought I knew the processes and what all went into it, but I'm learning more as we go, you know, as you continue to talk, and how in-depth the QC check is. I mean, there's many checkpoints to make sure that when a trailer leaves here and goes to powder, that it's ready to be coated.
Yes.
So that's awesome. We're gonna look at this one last trailer down here. It's the most, kind of the most complete here at the end of the line. Being on Friday, you know, they've already kind of taken anything that's complete and shuttled it over to the DM coating powder coat facility to be finished. So this is a gooseneck HDT, looks to be probably a 24 or so. It's got the 3/16 heavy duty fenders. It's got, looks like 16 foot plus 6 foot stationary, or 8 foot stationary, rubber stake pockets.
12K jack.
Dual 12K jacks, engineered gooseneck assembly. So they do a lot of cleaning and prepping here, but I mean, you can see there's some stuff on top of the metal, whether it's kind of flash rust or where it's BBs or things. All of this stuff that you see, it's one of the first things that are addressed once it gets over to powder. They're sorted batch that goes into the media blast to be cleaned off and then washed, and the whole DM coating process after that takes place. So, well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that was insightful, kind of gives you a look into the QC process and into the fabrication of the HDTs. Primarily in this building is HDTs, and we do build DET, which is the deck over tilt in this building. They're all subject to the same QC process. What Polo specializes is building process to ensure it, you know, that we can repeat it over and over and over with high efficiency to make sure we put out the best product possible. But also, you know, he takes these same plans and implements them into other areas of the company after he builds the process. He works with his team to do that at a high level to make sure that, you know, we are paying very close attention and putting out the most extraordinary product that we can. So again, we hope it's insightful. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for all of our latest videos. Like and follow us on all the other major social channels. That's always a mouthful. And we'll see you on the road.
Thank you, guys.